Welcome to Terra Invicta, guys. If you don't know Terra Invicta is basically a grand strategy game where you play as kind of a shadow government, one of several shadow governments that are trying to control the world. And there is an alien invasion going on. Aliens have shown up to Earth, and each of these shadow governments have their own agenda in regards to the aliens. You basically, well, you of course play on Earth, but you also play in the entire solar system. So there, you can go to the moon, to Mars, Mercury, Venus, all those places, and set up mining operations and stuff like that. This is my first game, so the game recommends that you play as the Resistance in your first game with tutorials activated, so we're going to do that, and we'll just leave everything else as standard. And here we are resisting the alien invasion as the Resistance. Humanity first want to eradicate the aliens and all who support them. The Initiative want to exploit the aliens to gain power. The Servants want to support the aliens by any means necessary. The Protectorate wants to protect humanity by appeasing the aliens. The Academy wants to convince the aliens that we're equals. And the Project Exodus, want to escape the aliens by sending humans to the stars. So they recommend starting here with the tutorial on. We'll do that. We'll play on normal difficulty as it is my very first game, and we'll just start a long campaign. Let's do it. I'm really excited to play this. It's been on my wish list for a long time, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But now we're getting into it, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So you'll have like councilors traveling around the globe doing missions. You'll be setting up your shadow government in different countries and stuff like that. It's very cool.
We remember the day the stars answered, the day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Everyone loves heroes, depends on them, to save us from evil, lead us through darkness. Problem is, real heroes are always ignored. What no one understands is that being shot at is easy. The hard part is convincing someone they're drowning before it's too damn late.
Very poetic. All right, tutorial launched. We have a UFO crashdown site in Lhasa region of China. Okay, welcome to the tutorial of Terra Invicta. This is the beginning of a standard playthrough of the game at the difficulty you selected. The tutorial has two primary components which function independently of each other. One, a set of objectives to guide you through key aspects of gameplay. Some of these objectives may take years to accomplish. Specific steps to accomplish these objectives appear at the top of the screen. These will appear alongside your regular campaign objectives that move the story along. 2, a description of various elements in the game's interface when you first open them. These will help you understand the various tools you have to complete your goals. In addition to many of the game mechanics, many of the game's mechanics are described in detail in the codex, which can be opened by clicking the question mark box on many of the panels in-game. You may also reset the interface tutorial via the codex if you want to see it again. The campaign starts just before the first mission phase. To start playing, either run the clock using the controls on the top right corner of the screen, or hit continue on all of these notifications. Alright, an alien vessel has crashed down in the Lhasa region in China. While the wreckage is unrecoverable, we suspect an alien life form escaped into the surrounding countryside.
Greetings, Commander. I am pleased to report the Council has appointed you leader of our organization. I am Fiona Iowade, your Chief of Staff. While most of the world is reacting with fascination at the arrival of an alien species on Earth, we represent a small group who believes the aliens' crash landing and disappearance may signify a potential threat. We intend to build an international organization capable of investigating and, if necessary, combating any danger aliens may pose.
Okay. Okay, I recommend we send the councilors to investigate the crash site in the Lhasa region as soon as possible. Our other councilors may be best used in trying to gain influence in nations that may be able to contribute resources to our cause. You may review our objective at any time by clicking our faction symbol in the top left corner of your screen. Okay.
Our council is made up of some of the Earth's best and brightest. They are capable, connected, and standing by for your orders.
Alright, council missions are the primary way to expand your reach on Earth. Twice a month, the game will enter the mission phase, during which all factions will assign their councilors to missions. Missions may target nations, control points, space facilities, and other councilors. Missions will be resolved in a set sequence in the weeks between mission phases. Defensive missions will trigger before missions that are offensive in nature, while some missions are automatically successful. Many are contested and require a success roll. After all councilors have been assigned missions, select the Confirm Assignments button.
If we truly face the threat of invasion, we need to start organizing now. We are going to need global cooperation on a never-before-seen scale. I recommend we start tasking our councilors with gaining support in strategic positions of power across the globe.
Alright, I have a basic understanding of how the game works.
Reports are still coming in, but it is clear that an alien object has crashed down on the planet. We should send a councilor to investigate the site as soon as possible.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's not show that again. So, we have councilors. We have two councilors, Damien Ligia and Cuthbert Makami. So, let's... where are our councilors? Council. So, we have two right now. We will be able to get more. And our councilors have different stats. So we have persuasion, investigation, espionage, command, administration, science, security, and some loyalty that we are not really sure of right now. The administration is quite important because we will be able to buy organizations by having administration. So each of these, the ones with 1 star cost 1 administration point to assign. The ones with 3 cost 3, 2, 2, and that's it. And these organizations, they give some benefits. So this gives us a monthly income of 9 money, dollars, I'd say. So we have money up here, then we have influence, then we have ops, that's ops points, and then we have boost, which is for our rockets, and then we have mission control. We also have our science generation, our control points, which we need to control regions or countries, and then we have a bunch of different resources that we'll get into later. So this Onyx energy will give us plus 1% economy, plus 3% spoils, space mining outpost bonus 1%, not relevant right now, but it will be later, and hostile takeover defenses of 4. Amethyst is headquartered in Washington. It gives us a monthly income of 5, 10 science, and +1 something, which I'm not actually sure what is. Regal marketing will give us +1 influence and +1 something that I'm not really sure what is. We'll figure it out. And +2% funding. Mizar instruments will give us +5 income, and it'll give, oh, it's persuasion. This was persuasion. It'll give him +1 persuasion. Yeah, so this will give him investigation and espionage and +1% information science research. And then we have the last one that we can actually get is the Srivatsa Fund. It'll cost us 3 cash a month, but provide us 3% environment and +1% life science research. Okay, so he is quite persuasive. He'll probably go into persuasion. He's quite persuasive as well. He has no admin whatsoever. So we can, our council earns XP, so we can augment them, and this guy is eminent, so he gets -2 to espionage when being detected by other customers, but he also generates a 6 influence per month. So influential among elites, but well known enough to sometimes attract unwanted attention. He's a civil engineer, turns stone and steel into public works, +2% to environment priority for control points, and fanatic. An absolute true believer who lacks an understanding of certain subtleties of dealing with the world, +2 persuasion nations where knowledge is 6 or less, I think it is, +5 loyalty, -1 investigation, +5 apparent loyalty. Okay, I think we are going to give you some administration. It costs 20 XP. He had 20 XP, so there he now has 1 administration, which also increases our control points. I think it's persuasion, investigation, command, administration that do that. Or maybe it's only 3 of them. Administration certainly does, and command certainly does. You have some XP as well, and we're going to give you some administration as well, I think. So now we're up to 156 control points. So there we go. And we could get you a... Well, we could get you both a... an organization. I kind of like that this is +9 monthly income. And it only costs 53. Let's purchase that for him. We've completed the managing orgs objective. Unpurchased orgs will sometimes be made available to other factions after a certain period. You may also develop orgs via faction projects and transfer orgs between councilors at a small cost.
Research stations, space docks, resupply hubs. We are going to need it all. When you think we are ready, take the leap into orbit.
All right. So, yeah, we are nowhere near ready for that yet. So, but we now have that organization for him. Do we want to buy another one? It would have to be a cheap one. Nah. Giving you some more persuasion might not be the worst. So I think you'll actually be our investigator because you both have 7 persuasion. You have very good command as well, though. I think we'll hold off on giving them anything else. So, Damion here. Let's start with Cuthbert. We have our missions down here. We can control nation, coup d'etat, do a public campaign, increase unrest, investigate a councilor, inspire, go to ground, and that's basically it right now for him. What about our other guy?
Here.
He can investigate alien activity. So that's what we're going to do, because that's what the game told us to do, and we have this crash site in Lhasa. So
We'll see what we can
you're
find.
going to do that.
Your orders?
Then we need to figure out where we want to start. Now, this investigation was over in China, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where we want to go. And I don't really know where we want to go. So each country, so now we're looking at India. Each country has some number of control points. India has 5 control points. And each control points cost something. Each control point costs X number of our control points up here. So this one will cost India each cost 25.62. So that would be 125 or so control points to take over India. India is a flawed democracy, and there's a bit of unrest here. It has a GDP of 10 billion. It's in the atomic age, and it has naval freedom, whatever that means. It has some nukes, which is a good thing. Now, there are certain countries that you really want to get your hands on. Kazakhstan, for instance, being one of them, because it has a lot of boost, which we're going to need a lot of. So that's really nice. But we want to... So Kazakhstan is part of the Eurasian Union, which means that Russia is the leader of the Eurasian Union. So it might be an idea to take Russia and Kazakhstan. We can see Russia has 4 control points, and each costs 17.69. Russia has a huge nuclear arsenal, which is good. It does do some science, but not a lot. It does do some boost. It has some mission control, which we're going to need as well. So Russia could be a thing. China could be a thing as well. That's not China, that's China. China has 6 control points, each costing 37.6. It has a small nuclear arsenal, but it has a nuclear arsenal. It has a GDP of 26 billion, does quite good research. So that's also a possibility. And then, of course, there's the European Union, so France is part of the European Union, but you can actually eventually get nations to come together in the European Union and become one. We have the US over here, of course, which has very nice research and decent income, very nice GDP. Each control point here costs 33.87. So we need to figure out where we want to start. And it's not really clear to me where is the best place to start, so we're going to start somewhere. And since I am European, I think we'll start over here somewhere. So maybe we start... Yeah, this only costs 16, so that would be 64. And that would mean that we could start taking over a bunch of the European countries, or becoming shadow governments in a bunch of the European countries, and start to maybe absorb them into the European Union, you might say. So let's take Cuthbert here and do control nation in France. Now, there's only a 7% chance of success, but we can use some influence to help that. We can use 32 and get 36% success chance. But we could also go, for instance, to Belgium or something like that. Which isn't the worst either. Because if you have control points in nations next to the country that you want to control, that makes it easier. So you have 72% chance of success. I think we'll use 4 influence to get you up to 87% and confirm that mission. And then I guess we'll confirm assignments. We've completed the assign councilors to missions objective. You will be able to assign your councilors to new missions at the beginning of each mission phase, which occurs weekly and will slow down to twice per month as the game progresses. You may want to increase the game speed using the controls in the top right. Alright.
Our researchers are asking for your guidance in directing their efforts.
Research in Terra Invicta is divided into 2 categories: public research and faction engineering. All factions may contribute to up to 3 simultaneous public research projects, which represent a global move forward in the understanding of broad scientific principles. The faction that contributes the most to a particular public research project selects the next public research for the world to pursue. Faction engineering projects are conducted privately and typically confer a concrete benefit. Each faction distributes its research income among the public and private projects. While putting all research into a single area may see it completed sooner, this will forgo many faction bonuses tied to particular areas' research. Go to the research screen and change the priority settings for one of the public research or faction engineering projects by clicking on the cycler for a technology or project you wish to complete. Okay. There's research. So there are 3 globals up here, and then there are 3 of our own down here. But right now we've only have one of them unlocked. So we can change project. We have these 4 different projects that we can do right now. They each have a cost. So 3 of them cost 100, one of them costs 1,000. So this would increase our control point management capacity by 5, which is good. Audience research grants 25 influence. Commercial research grants us 100 cash. And operations research grants us 20 ops. We only have 15 right now, so I think we're going to go with operations research down here. We also don't have an income of that right now, so let's go ahead and do that. That'll be done on the 8th of January 2023. We are not alone. Skywatch and mission to space are the global ones. We've completed the set research priority objective. Yeah.
Our current councilors are stretched thin. I recommend we expand the council.
Recruit and maintain 5 councilors in your council. Okay. We'll do that. I don't think I want to do that. Let's... so 8th of January to the 18th of April. That was the 11th of February. Alright, I think we'll do this for now. Actually, I think we'll do this. Mission to space seems nice. Alright. Let's see. Councilors. Recruiting. So, we have councilors that we can recruit. We have 47 influence right now, and they each cost some amount of influence. We don't. We can see here this guy costs 30 influence to recruit, and he has some stats. He has government, which is quite nice, I believe. So, a member of a recognized government with official status grants access to orgs not available to other councilors. He has family ties, which gives him +1 persuasion and +1 security when at home. He's a media darling, -4 to espionage. When being detected by other councilors, +3 persuasions in nations where government is at least 6. He's a cynic, so +1 investigation, -3 apparent loyalty, and -1 loyalty. Aerospace engineer, +2% to boost priority for our control points, +5% to fund space program priority for our control points. That's quite nice. Affluent, makes good living, monthly income 1. And he's a military scientist, +15 to military science research. He's not bad. We have an executive who is a computer scientist, +15% to information science research. Quick learner, which means that instead of using 20 points to unlock a trait, you only use 16. So he would be good to get, but we don't have the influence to get him right now. Technocrat, +1 science, +3 administration, -1 persuasion in nations where knowledge, I think, is 8 or less. Science is 8 or less. +5% to social science research, or education, I think it's called. And that gives him the advise mission. Aware, particularly skilled at detecting other councilors, +1 to investigation when detecting other councilors. Andrea is aware, corrupt, +2 espionage, -3 loyalty, -2% welfare priority for control points. Well, that's not great. Eminent, -2 to espionage when being detected, but gives us a monthly income. Crew, that gives us a monthly income of 1 ops, which is nice, and gives her 1 security. She also is government and conspiracy theorist, +2 investigation, +1 security, -2 persuasion. And she gets to investigate alien activity. Flora, she's wealthy, so gives us a monthly income. Pollyanna, apparent loyalty set to 25, okay. Astronomer, +15 to space science research. And expert gives us the advise mission. And connected gives us a monthly income. So that's monthly income of influence. That's not bad. And we can't afford the last 3, so let's hold off on them. I think we'll take you for now. Yeah. Okay, and we can't afford anyone else right now, so it is what it is. We can't give him an assignment right now. We should probably have done that before. No time to chat. Where do you need me? Well, I can't give you assignments right now. So our councilors are doing their missions. We may now recruit our faction's management team. As we stand up resistance operations, we are selecting our internal management team to help oversee our affairs. While we're gathering personnel from a variety of disciplines at your discretion, or at your direction, I think it should say discretion, we'll emphasize a particular specialty. Lobbyists and influencers gives us monthly income in influence by 3. Monthly research income increased by 15. We are only doing 39 right now. We get 50 ops. I think I'll take that. Financiers and investors. Monthly money income increases by 10. I think we're going to take the ops because we're not getting any of that right now. Okay, our research and development team reports that we are now able to undertake the information science project, allows construction of the following hab modules. Information science lab. Alright. We're gaining decent amount of influence. One humanity. The growing realization that we're not the sole sapient species in the universe is causing many to see their fellow humans in a new light, leading to hopes that we can overcome our capacity to strive to address the alien arrival as one people. Let's try to set aside our differences and go forward. All nations gain one cohesion. Okay. Let's just go up to max speed. All right. Investigate alien activity mission complete. I've learned some useful information from my investigation of the UFO crash down site in China. You'll receive a small bonus to our xenology research going forward. All right.
We have found something, Commander.
We've completed the alien investigation crash objective. We've gained 20 influence and 20 science. Very nice. Okay. We'll complete the alien signatures project. Okay. New project available. Alien signatures. Okay.
We've gained significant support.
Executive section reports. Objective complete. We completed the gain and a control point in the nation objective. Very nice.
As we expand our operations, we will soon need the support of a large nation.
Successfully carry out a control mission in a nation with at least 5 control points. Okay. Okay, so we've gained 1 of 3 control points here. And that's very good. You are going to repeat that mission. UN Security Council meets. Gain 30 ops. Gain 25 influence and 15 ops. Or gain 50 influence. Quietly steer support to the resistance.
They are not life forms or xenosapiens. They are demons incarnate. They and the traitors who support them will face our judgment.
All right, we met.
Our only
humanity
hope
first
is to understand what the aliens want with us and determine how to satisfy them without losing our independence.
And we've met the Protectorate.
It has always been true that we must leave the cradle
And
if our
we've met
species
Project
is to
Exodus.
survive. If these aliens are indeed hostile, the time to go is now.
Okay, so we met Humanity First, the Protectorate, and Project Exodus. The other 3 we haven't met yet. That's fine. We did get a control point here now. So we have 1 control point in Belgium, Luxembourg. We want to get at least 1 more. And then the last one we get is the executive branch, which basically allows us to control Belgium and Luxembourg, more or less. So priorities. We have 1 control point, so we can set the priorities that we want in this country, in this nation. So let's just nullify it all. And let's see. What do we want to get? Economy, I think, is fine to get that up a bit. And then, so it's a flawed democracy, it's peaceful, it's integrated, there's low inequality in the economy, so that's good. We are going to put So spoils is basically siphoning cash from the government. We don't want to do that, I don't think. Funding. The funding project directs national resources into legitimate government and private efforts to support space programs and other goals for the owners of its control points. Okay. I think we'll go with a bit of funding. We can see over here how much we're getting of each, so now there's none in funding, but I think we'll do that. And then maybe get some mission control going so that we start building that up. Mission control is basically determines how many things we can control in space. So I think we'll do something like this, leave it there. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but we'll find out. All right, enemies are planning. So we're in the planning phase again. So Cuthbert here is going to continue doing what he does. We are going to see if we can't recruit someone else, and I'm thinking this Matthew guy, who is a quick learner. Yeah, he's a computer scientist, so we get some science boost, but it's really the quick learner that I like, and then he has a lot of administration and decent persuasion. So let's recruit you. Okay. And then Damien. Let's do a second control nation here.
Bringing them on board.
And then
Where to? At your service.
Purge, go to ground. Oh, we can't do a defend right now. Still 7% success chance there. That's not ideal. Maybe we can start getting a bit of control over the Netherlands. All right.
Establishing our presence. Your orders?
Let's do a public campaign in France and try and get our protectorate.
We must persuade the people.
Get them liking us a little bit more. So let's confirm those assignments and keep going.
We've moved the needle.
Critical success, very nice. So our support there has changed by 10, so it now stands at 17%. That is excellent. Let's repeat and continue. Our councilor was spotted. He Jin Lim was detected by another faction in the Paris region. Detected councilors are targets for enemy investigation or attacks. This councilor may consider using the go-to-ground mission to shake any pursuit. Okay. Does anyone have control points in France?
Our presence is growing.
Alright, so we have 2 of the 3 control points in Belgium and Luxembourg. Enemy councilor detected. Agents for the resistance have possibly identified a councillor for Project Exodus in the Dublin region of Ireland. Our councillors may target this person with a number of missions.
We were unable to establish control.
Oh, damn it. We didn't get the last point in Belgium and Luxembourg. That sucks.
We failed to take control.
And we failed there as well. Dang it. Alright. Well, no one can take this last executive one because you have to have control over one of the others to take the executive one when there is only one control point. Over here in Latvia, for instance, there's only one control point, so anyone can take that. But I think we'll call this one here. It's the first episode. In the beginning, we'll go a little bit slow, kind of learning the ropes, right? And then we'll, as the game progresses, I might do some things in between episodes, so to make things go move forward a little bit quicker. But to start with, I think for both myself and for you guys to learn the game, if you don't know it already, I think it's good to just record everything, but then we can move away from that later. But for now, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it would be awesome if you'd leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It really does help out a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and to see you again in the next one.